Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Paper Girls issue 12. And before I start talking about this issue, I just have a couple of updates I would like to give you. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 184, and that show will review all the comics I read this week in one show. If you would like to check out the exclusive comics, that's in the description below, and the episode will be annotated. Also, guys, I do have the Kickstarter going on for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter, issue 4, so if you'd like to go check that out, that is also annotated. But let's start talking about Paper Girls issue 12, one of my favorite series to talk about, to read. So let's get started. We have a beautiful cover here with, it looks like Mac's feet towards the water, and some beautiful colors here. Kind of this sunset type color on the top. Just love the coloring here. But let's start talking about the interior art, which is also gorgeous. We get to see some really great facial expressions here, especially between KJ and Mac. We get to see them interacting a bit more, but also a nice interaction between Tiffany and Erin with the new cave girl that's joining the cast, which was fun to see. And I like the movements they used throughout the issue, especially because this isn't an action-packed issue, but definitely more about the interactions. But there is some action spread out throughout the issue. But let's start talking about the story. So with this issue, we get to see it open up with the new cave woman character, and she has a baby on her back, and she's trying to kill this monster that's in front of them. And Tiffany and Erin are just staring at the monster, not really knowing what to do. And then once the girl does destroy the monster, she goes unconscious. And Erin's holding the baby, Tiffany is trying to see what's going on with the cave woman, and they do find a way to actually talk to this cave woman, so now they're starting to get some dialogue. And that's part of their story. Now we have KJ and Mac, KJ trying to save Mac in this issue. And Mac, overreacts, said, "You pervert, why, what's going on right now?" And obviously Mac was drowning, and she's trying to get her self situated again. And you kind of see this interesting back and forth with KJ and Mac with the issue. And we do get a little bit from the Space Woman in this issue that was introduced the last issue with the Space Woman. And we learn a little bit about her. She has a family, and she's talking to her sister. And we get a little bit of a tidbit, I guess, of the time travel aspect. And this interesting gun she has. It's like this Siri gun, and she just has to say stuff, and it'll pull the trigger. And we have these cavemen that also have these symbols of technology. So what's going on with that? That kind of brings us a bit towards the mystery. And then the end of the issue gets a bit awkward for KJ and Mac when KJ gets her period for the first time. And that's how the issue closes. So this was an awesome issue, as always. I do think this kind of slows down a bit with the issue, just because last issue focused so much on KJ. It was about her character. We didn't really get to see a lot from her previously because she was trapped. She wasn't with the other girls. So it was nice to see a focus of her in the last issue, and now getting an extreme focus on her here too. But they separate Tiffany and Erin's story and Mac and KJ's story very well in this issue. So I guess I'll talk about the mystery stuff and then leave KJ and Mac to last, because I thought they had the most interesting story in the issue. But I like that the world is starting to unravel a bit. That's what's so interesting about Paper Girls, is that the mystery's so big, you don't even know what the mystery is. That's the fun part. It's not really a murder mystery where you're like, all right, who killed the person? It's a bigger mystery than that, and they give us pieces of what it's about. You get some more religious undertones in the issue about the birth of Jesus, that this might be connected to the cave woman, that she's kind of like the Virgin Mary, and that these cavemen, I guess, that we see are the three wise men, but they're not so wise. So it's kind of this interesting take on the story of Jesus and the birth of Jesus. So that's interesting to see what religious undertone this book has, because we know it has a religious undertone and it has to do something with technology. So the cave woman character is more about the religious undertone, and then the space woman has to do more about the technology aspect that we still don't really know how it takes part in Paper Girls. And Tiffany and Erin are used more for reaction than anything. They're not really that towards the plot. They don't really have a big story here, but it's more reacting to everything and trying to piece stuff together just like the audience. And like I said, I think the most interesting aspect of this issue is between Mac and KJ, because these are two characters we've never really seen interact very much. I mean, maybe we've seen words here and there, but now we're kind of seeing this fun back and forth between them, and I see a bit of chemistry. I do wonder, like, do you guys feel that too? Do you think there might be some love interest chemistry between KJ and Mac? I do wonder with that. And yeah, it was really cool. And then of course, because this is a coming of age story, it was interesting to see the direction KJ's character went and how Mac reacted to it. And Mac's just like, congratulations, I guess. So I'm curious to see where that plot point goes in the future, but it is a big part of a coming of age story, especially for these 4 girls. So I thought that was really cool, and it's interesting that Vaughn put that into the story. So we'll see what direction that goes. But I do feel like this scene, or these couple of scenes between KJ and Mac, kind of mean more for the future, either for a friendship, or honestly, I see romance between the two characters. But let me know in the comments below what you thought. I love this issue. Great issue. I mean, if you're not reading Paper Girls, read it. Like, every issue is amazing. But Paper Girls issue 12 for me gets 4.5 stars, and it was my pick of the week, so go check this issue out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.